Feeling great outside. It's been a while. You know, how you doing? Gonna play some more minis here in a minute. Just seeing how everybody's going. Things are going great. I kind of left them out where they were. If you hadn't remembered, I have a couple here. Not very much done, but I am going to keep going on them. Just gonna keep on trucking on these. Turn on some tunes here in a minute, and as always, it is no copyright, so you don't have to worry about striking against me. Just some synthwave music from the old YouTube. Alrighty, people, let me get going. Oops. Running into technical difficulties already. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to do tonight, we'll do some of our basics on these guys because I have not only those ranger looking ones, I also have these guys too. We'll just do some basic parts of them. Move you guys over this way so you can see a little bit better. Shaking up a few of these guys right now. Let's see, dirty spanner, maybe some of those. I actually want to go too, this is going to sound crazy. Probably give them a few different colors for the undershirts, that'd be dope. Okay, so a couple of them actually this is feeling like it's gonna be pretty promising, so we'll use that one. Start with some brown. I know at least one of each. I'm going to give them brown boots. That was kind of a glob on there. So let's try and thin that out. Clean the brush. prefer a thin coat. I think I thinned that too much. Darn it. How out of practice am I tonight, huh? Okey-dokey. Hear it outside, more rain coming. Gonna be awesome. Alright. You can see there. Nice brown boots. I'll just double coat that. Let's go ahead and do one of the other guys. And then the opposite of those, I'm going to actually probably just give them black boots. Or actually what I could do, just a variation on it, I could actually add a drop of black just to this brown just to make it a little darker so it looks a little different. So they don't just look like carbon copies of each other. Hey viewer, how's it going? So we'll see that. And I'd say that looks pretty darn good. At least for the first coat for that. Now we'll add a little bit of just some dead black to that to see if we can get a darker brown. Should be able to. Not too hard. Very, very tiny bit. I don't even want to put it right on it, I just want to put it next to it. Use my El Cheapo mixing brush. I think that might have been a little too heavy-handed with that, but we'll see what we got. Yeah, it's really black. I need to add more brown. No, you know what? Actually, I like that. Let's let me mix it up a little bit further, and we'll run with it because that's looking almost like a walnut brown. That'll be good for the opposite too on these guys. Which brush was I using? Is this one? Who's this one? We can see those. See, we got a little bit of a darker brown. A little bit of that gray showing through. That's fine. We'll actually let those dry. And then we'll come back and we'll can make another batch of that if we need to. It's not that hard. Literally like 1 drop of brown to 1 drop of black. Okay. Move this stuff over here. That is looking, aside from that one little bit that got on there, it is actually looking pretty darn good, I'd say. Get this before it dries out. Look at the bottoms. Even though nobody's going to see the bottoms of the feet, I still like to make sure they're good. Check it out. Looks pretty good. Now these guys, I had 2 of them, and I actually, their jackets are the same color, and I'm kind of thinking of switching it up on one of them just to make it kind of that darker brown. So what I'll do, since I have that little pot there still going, add another bit of brown, just 2 drops, because what we're going to do is we're going to do kind of a wash on it. So what I'll do is I'll do that. Healthy bit of water. And I'll mix that up with what's there already. As you can see, it's kind of still darkish. What I'll do, teeny weensy little there. See how it kind of bleeds down into it? It's not a bad thing. Not too thin. So what we'll do is we're essentially making a darker brown. And what we're gonna do is we're simply just kind of washing it, giving it a wash, so it's gonna kind of have a different contrast to it. I also have to do some arms for those, but that's okay. So I shall choose one randomly. Using a little bit of my stubbier brush here. Get that wet for a minute. Okay. And I just didn't want to give it too much of a, like they're wearing the same exact jacket and pants. That'd be weird. Especially for the Rebel Alliance, they're a little like ragtag. So as you can see, it's not like we're totally changing the color. We're just giving it maybe a different kind of, what's the word? Like feel, I guess would be a good one. Like it's just a different tone. Still kind of has that khaki undertone like it was khaki at one time. As you can see, it's going to get in between all those cracks and crevices. Just kind of gently brush it down. Make sure you're getting kind of every little area. Washing over it with that. Good that it have his head unpainted. It gives me something to grab while I am doing this particular part of this mini. So now I'm going to kind of do that inside here. It's okay if you hit the straps or anything else. Because again, the bigger areas you kind of get, and then you come back and you can actually do detail with these small areas. Okay. That is looking pretty darn good. Let me get the back here. Do another dip. Just a quick dip. Kind of get in between all these little cracks and crevices. Again, it's alright if you hit anything. Not the end of the world. So we kind of give it just that dirty wash. But it looks oh so good. Now I'm just going to do one of each sleeve real quick. So we got one sleeve of that. And we got one of the scanner. The binoculars. Sorry, I don't remember offhand what they are called in the Star Wars universe. Okey-dokey, that's looking pretty darn good. Give just a little bit more to this rifle hand. Ugh, I hate when little hairs get stuck on a model. Yeah, that's better. Come on, focus. There we go. And I'll probably use just a regular brown, just a leather brown, probably for the gloves and whatnot. I may even switch back to my detail one. I think what I'll do normal guys here. I'm gonna actually try using this wash a little bit for like one of their vests too, because that would actually be a cool dark leather vest on one of these guys. Yeah, that is actually looking pretty darn good. And we'll just gently get the back part here on that. What is up with the tunes tonight? Okay. area around here. Again, a little strap, it's alright if you hit the head, no big deal. That's looking pretty good. Okie dokie. Clean off our brushes. Even the brush we used to mix, gotta clean that one off too. Not like I don't have a million of them, but it's now we can go do the usual thing, what we do. Actually, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that, sorry. Just do some quick detailing on rifles and maybe some backpack. I don't know. I hate just kind of like. It always feels like, to me anyway, maybe I'm just overthinking it, that black looks good on a rifle, and I usually do like a tiny bit of gunmetal parts here and there, so it looks like it's been through the ringer. But I don't like doing even though they got those square backpacks from like the commandos you saw on Return of the Jedi. I just don't like the all black backpack. It feels like a cop out, I guess is the best way to put it for me. It just feels like, oh, like yeah, I got bored and I just did that color. Not like these guys are wearing camouflage like the previous builds we did for the other Rebel troopers, but still. I like to give it a little bit of creativity. Know what I mean? Okay. That one you can see, sorry, it's the same color as my glove. I got a nice matte black finish. Make sure we get that. You guys watch that new Mandalorian? They actually show these rifles off in there too. That was pretty dope. Not a major spoiler or anything like that. I would never do that, but I always think that's cool to see. It is one thing I really love about that show is just straight up seeing things from like the Star Wars universe that we know in expanded universe and things like that. But now it's all brought to the forefront, so it's like now we're not as focused on Jedi, we're just, it's just about this lone wanderer bounty hunter. Much like Jango Fett, making his way in the world, as he would say. Okay. As you can see, it's always good just to get little details inside. And once that dries, even though we hit the gloves, we can go over it again when we detail the other parts. Alright. There we go there. Looking good. Do the last rifle for this little batch. Let's see if I can actually, because it hurts me a little bit. I'll get you guys. Right there, that's probably a little bit better. It's about where my arms go for like working on these. Now we had that heat wave. It looks like these models, because they kind of sat out in the sun. Unfortunately, some of the barrels look like they're warped, so I might have to just straighten them up later on. That's fine. Alright, and we kind of get just gently brush right there. Do that again. I kind of got the sleeve, that's fine. I'll have to come back. That'll probably look okay after I... Actually, sometimes I have a brilliant idea. Heavily dip this in water. Get all the color out. Quick decision to kind of save it. You can do this. Just to kind of... If it's not terribly dry, or if it hasn't started to dry, it's okay to do that. And of course, we'll get the little undercarriage part of the rifle. A couple more details on these guys. Might have missed. Use my thinner brush. There we go. Looking right as rain. So you're probably wondering why I have blue and red out. Actually, for the two scouts, I'm going to give them a bit of color. This is going to sound weird. I know usually they're supposed to be hiding. However, I myself would like to see a little bit of color on them. So their shirt, their main shirt that you see in between the bandolier in there where I'm pointing with my thumb, I'm going to give them a little bit of color. So blue, just barely a dot because I don't need too much. Okay. I'm using my very thin detail brushes. Just nice and gently go in there. That is awesome. Sorry, I'm using a quick wash right here on this character. Just to kind of even it out in some spots. Or coming down on shaded parts. And also here too, because we kind of missed a spot right there. It's okay to wipe away a little bit. Just put it back on, wipe away. Kind of gives it its shading. So you can see I'm kind of doing that inside here too. Notice that while I was doing the blue right now. Sorry, I took a quick detour. Gently brushing up against that, trying to get that a little bit there. Man, that is looking awesome. Blue. Sorry, should have brought it up sooner. That's looking really good. As you can see, just a little bit more. Just wanted to shade it a little. Maybe I'm doing too much, who knows? I do like that look. So now it looks like a really faded dark brown leather coat. And I'll probably have to use a little bit more black, or I might do just dark brown again for the bandoliers and the straps I'm going to have to do here in a little while. We'll see. Okay, so blue's out. So as you can see, like I said, just didn't need a lot of it. A tiny bit of red. I picked the wrong red, darn it. Let me clean that up, but sorry, that is glistening blood, and that's not going to look right on a rebel trooper unless he's laying on the ground dead. Which, as far as I could tell from all the movies, I have yet to see anybody get shot by a laser and bleed out. Correct me if I'm wrong. I figure it just cauterizes the wound after it causes it in the first place. Alright, that's way better. And it already had a drop waiting for me there. Actually, that's way more than I need, but that's fine. Okay. So let's move you guys over a little. Sorry. We're just doing actually. Let me kind of moving around a glob of it right now. This sort of stinks. Sorry. Bring it into frame so you can see everything. Man, that is a lot. But I must admit, it laid down really nice. Just definitely gonna have to let that dry and see where it goes with it. Might actually use, you see I got one that's a really fine point. For one of the binocular. You see that? Trying to be as careful as possible. But I'm going to make that one look infrared. I might actually do it on the other one too for the heck of it, because that'd be awesome. Yeah, so that's that. Then on the other side, bam, look at that. Those binoculars are going cool. Look like they got infrared on them. Pretty awesome. I'm gonna add, even though I probably shouldn't mess with it, one more little detail of the red here in this corner. Try and get everything. Make sure there's a couple of dots there that I might have missed. Making sure. Yeah. So that's that one. I think the khaki looks really good with the contrast of the red. Just to make him. Look like a rebel trooper that belongs there. That's awesome. I like it. Alright, so let's see. Trying to figure out what I can do without like having to touch the rest of like these little things, because I don't want to like sit there and put my fingerprints all over them while they're still drying. So I actually go with some regular brown. I'm gonna start on the straps and backpacks of at least the Scouts. And keep them as is. So what I'm thinking is actually that, just a little bit of the dirty spatter or dirt spatter. Just a darker brown. Oh. That looked like it was a little separated still, but that's fine. Shake it up a little bit more. You can kind of see that that's a little separated, but I will mix it up. That is a good looking mixture right there. I'm liking it. And it's okay to add a little bit of water. Again, it's good for it to mix to get into all the cracks and crevices. Be a little bit thinner, that's fine. I'm gonna go detail brush. And actually, what I might do is let me do this guy's first, because I want to do his vest. It's okay, just take your time. Go right over these, looking good. I like how all four of these models have beards. It's the beard brigade. Nice, just in between there. Okay. So for these guys, I'm just gonna finish off their belts on their pants. See that? So the strap across their belt. Sorry. And we'll just have to do the belt buckle. Might even do one that's like kind of silver, almost like the way Han Solo's was. Just do that bright metallic. So I'll do that. And then we'll move on to just their backpack right now. See how it just looks a little different than the one that was on there, so you can see that it actually looks different from the brown that's on there now. So the brown that he's wearing for a coat looks real dark versus this looks, like you can definitely tell which is which. And I'm gonna do a quick little swipe over the straps because the straps should be about the same. And even if I did hit the other ones, like I like that it actually shows. Like it would make it look dirtier if anything if it's just me going over it with this like medium brown. Okay. Just trying to be as steady as possible. So we'll hit that strap. That strap again. We got it right there. I think I accidentally hit the wrong area for the strap, but that's fine. It all blends in for the most part. And there we are. And what I'll go ahead and do, while I got my detail thing here, I'm going to actually go in between here. I'm going to get this and make the bandolier this dark brown too. And just gotta be very careful as I go. Okay. Nice and slow. Take our time. Bam. Give it a little bit of shape so you can see. And there will be the backpack strap. So I got them. I'm going to do the other Rebel Trooper. Now this one I gotta be a lot more careful with because he's got really light tan, like that khaki that I was talking about. So I'm gonna have to bring it back here. I'm gonna have to lean back for a minute. But I will show you once it's done. Don't worry. Alright, so sorry, I'm being super quiet here for a minute, but you will definitely Alright, so now you can see I did the strap looking really good once it dries. That's going to be awesome. His backpack's done. I'm just going to do his bandolier right now. There's the bandolier. Looking pretty darn good. Sorry about the focus. There we go. And just at the top of the helmet there. Oh, sorry, excuse me. You can see that. And we'll detail that in later. Same with the other one. So my last ones had kind of that greenish to their backpack on the other guys that are the indoor inspired troops that I did last time. But I'm thinking, like, what can I do for these guys? I might even. Excuse me. Tell you what. Let's give them. We'll try it out. If it works, it works. If not, it will. I've already done most of my brown stuff I need to do. Let's give it this to give it almost a brownish khaki look. That didn't go very light, but that's okay. May even have that. Let me see if I got. It's beige. And get straight up matte white. More of a yellow too. Later on, I will be using that for sure for Boss flight suit. That's gonna be awesome. Can't wait to get to my special troops. It's a little lighter. Not exactly khaki, but it is something different for the tech backpacks that they have. So I'm liking it. It's actually almost like a desert drab. So I'll take it. I'll use it. What I usually do with those backpack pieces like that on those guys. So I'll do the square now and I'll do the straps later. I might do the straps just straight black though on those. Just so it looks like something a little different. It's almost like a yellow olive. Kind of just something that lends it to like the deserty looking like group that this is, you know, like they're out. Kind of just out on the plains. And what I'll do is I'll probably add more brown back in, and I'll finish doing their straps here in a minute. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So that's one backpack down. Hopefully later on this week too, I will be doing more painting videos. I might focus more on just because one, I want to get them done because got a group that wants to do a game in December. Not so much this as it is Dungeons and Dragons. So definitely like to see that happen. It's been a while since I played. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. I like that because that's like something that kind of goes. It's a little bit like an olive. Sorry, it's not focusing. Something like an olive that goes with that, and it still kind of goes with the color collection that you got there. So, actually, what I'm gonna do. Sorry, clean these guys real fast because I don't think I need them the rest of the evening. And I'm probably gonna do like an off-white for the shirts for the guys in just like the vest with the tech backpacks. Might actually just use this olive drab or this olive that I made to kind of do the details for their straps because that would look cool against these vests. So what's left? Go ahead and just do a nice thin line. No hurry. Make sure if we need more, we can put more right there next to it. Actually, I got a little bit there that's not quite mixed, which is fine. Okay, we'll do one more strap over here. Or finish that strap anyway, I should say. Oh, that's looking great. Let me do some of the inside there. Man, this looks even better once it dried. I really like it. Okay, I'll give you a look. You can see that once that dried, that looks really good. Actually, because I got more left over, clean that off. I'm going to take this opportunity to, sorry, ask me if it wants to continue. That's weird. I've never had YouTube like stop a video and be like, "Are you still watching?" Okay, so I'm going to actually, for the tops of these two, so it'll be a cool contrast for them. Their tops, their helmets are going to be that olive too. Then we'll do dark brown around the rim part. That'll actually look pretty darn good, I think. But I think after I do this little part for these guys, I'm going to stop here only because I need these guys to dry. And then I can do a little bit more detail. And if you don't mind, I might even just do that off here. We shall see because I want to get these guys going and do more terrain. Sorry, there you go. And again, that will dry nicely. And I do thank you for watching. Hopefully you're having a great weekend, a great start to your weekend. Much love, and see you around. Bye-bye.